This level drives me crazy because I cannot keep track of like where I've been, like which doors I've been through, which teleporters I've been through. Like this central courtyard has these teleporters on the outside of it and the 4 little rooms surrounding the center of the courtyard. And there's ways to trigger those 4 things to open. Some of these teleporters do it, like this one. So he just opens one. But then I always forget how to open the other ones. And sometimes I get them open, but I'm not sure how I got them open. So it's just kind of like exploring the level, trying different things, and eventually I get everything open. There's even a secret like that would be useful. So there's the shotgun right here, and there's a door right here, but you can't open it yet without the yellow key, which is like all that's in there is there's a supercharge in there, blue sphere, but there's also a chainsaw in there, which would be super useful to have earlier in this level, and you can't get to it yet. And now I'm just sitting here like, where's the yellow key? And if I'm not mistaken, the yellow key is inside one of these structures, these 4 structures here, and it's obviously not the one I just opened. So see, all 4 of these count as a secret. See this one, they're not open yet. There's 10 secrets. That's 4 of them. So that's, you know, pretty straightforward. But I mean, I didn't get the chainsaw, but as long as you have the Berserk pack, you can. The problem with, I mean, the Berserk's just about as useful as the chainsaw for dealing with enemies that you want to save ammo on. Okay, so see that? I don't even know why the hell that. I have no idea why that woke up a cacodemon. I think it's on the other side of one of those doors, is what the deal is. Because see, none of these open. I know one or 2 of these has cacodemons in it, but obviously they're not open. But anyway, what I was saying about the Berserk pack, the chainsaw, the damage rate of the chainsaw is higher. So if you can get up against, say, a cacodemon with the chainsaw, you can keep it in its damage state longer or more frequently, so it's less chance that it gets a shot off to injure you. Whereas the fist, you know, this is the fire rate of the fist, and it's not as quick. So there's a blue door over there. I don't have any keys yet. Damn, it's a strong lost soul. Okay, so I already came through this teleporter. I think this was the first one I used. So I'm trying to think. So if I go through this side, so this is, if you call this like the northeast part of the map, like there's no compass on the map, but if this is the northeast teleporter, I already went through the southeast teleporter, which is that one. So let me go through this northeast one. Okay, so that opens one. Well, this ain't working out very good at all. I just wasted a bunch of bullets too. And there's no more shotgun shells in here. So now I'm down to 5 shells. Because if you, so that blinking one is the one that gets you out of this big room here. If you take any of these other 3 from inside of this courtyard, it just teleports you back to the middle of the courtyard without opening any of these. The blinking one is how you get out of the courtyard. Damn, everything's resisting the berserk attack. Oh, damn. So like I said, the monsters have an uncanny knack for getting you right as you're... right as the monster that's blocking their shot dies. If I remember right, there's a bunch of imps in this room to the left. That's what's going on here. There's a bunch of imps coming out of that room. If I know where I'm at here. I mean, an imp came out, obviously, so there's something to it. Is this the one with the imps? I thought there was a big room full of imps right here, but I guess not. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I've done like 4 research runs on this level already, practice runs, trying to get used to where everything is, where all the secrets are. I'm amazed I got both of them without taking any damage. And there should be enemies in here. I must have woke them up and they went out, and they're probably all out in the courtyard now. Okay, so he's out, and there's a demon. The problem with this is I awoke some demons, and they're wandering around the level, and now it's going to be easy to miss a kill. Because I'm not, you know, some of these guys could have wandered to the other side of the level, and then I can't hear them anymore. And I could wind up missing a kill because of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is use that to save ammo. Okay. Might as well just try and get some other stuff done while I'm invulnerable like this. Now, see, it just doesn't last very long. The hell did that open? Oh, I remember. I believe there's a little alcove here, yep, that has a Baron in it. So these 2 switches lower both of those. So now I get my chain gun, I get my blue key, and then this switch opens this up. Get me rocket launcher and a secret. So we're making progress on secrets. What are we up to now? Not really. Only up to 4. Like I know where I got all the secrets between my practice runs, but I'm not convinced I know where all of them are in the same run, or how to trigger all of them is the other thing that I suck at. I have a hard time keeping track of, okay, yeah, I triggered this, but how did I trigger it? This is what I was talking about. There's monsters all over the damn level right now. And it does help that they do start, or they do try to head towards you as the level progresses, or as you move around the level. Once they're alerted to your presence, they always try to move towards you. Can I open the flow door yet? Okay, so that takes the yellow key. Okay, so which ways have I not gone yet? See, this is how I get confused. So if we look at the map here, obviously up here I took care of all this. This room is okay, so I've got the blue key door. I think that's the damn exit though. Down here I didn't go into this room, but I think that's, I don't think there's anything in that room if I remember right, but I didn't go over here. So let's go to the left side of the map, the west side of the map we'll call it. And see what we can find. Actually, while I was over here, I wanted to go that way, but I wound up going through here. But I need to go through here anyway. There is this. Damn it. Occasionally you get monsters that will just take a beating before they'll die. Okay, so this counted as a secret, so that's nice. And then, oh yeah, back here is this room. Come on around the corner, dude. He never wants to come around this corner. So that little secret there, it's between these two things here. I think that's the only enemy that's up there. And then I think that's more or less all that's in here. And then what happens if you go through, I think this might open the last one. Okay, yeah. Finally. So even though I opened all 4 of these in this run, like just off the top of my head right now, how do you open all 4? I have no idea. I know it's this one of these. I think maybe both of these opens 2 of them. And then obviously this teleporter I just went through opens 1. Or something on the way to it opened it. And now since I have the yellow key, I can go to this secret door that's not marked, but that takes the yellow key. See, that just gets you that stuff, which would have been nice at the beginning of the level. So now I have 8 secrets. And I think one of them is in the exit. Like there's an exit chamber over here. And then the last one, I think, is right here. That's why this wall is here. So this is the lava room. And that's the door with that's a little alcove with the rad suit in it. This thing that I fired up into that had the imp in it, I think you can get into that from here maybe? Yeah. So one of these. There it is. So that's that. And then if we go this way, So I'm still well short of enemies to kill. Here's the room with the imps. Okay. I knew it was around here, but see, I just cannot keep straight. Like, where I am, where have I gone so far? And where did I forget? I know one of these has a wall. Okay, so because of the markings on the wall there is the one that has the wall behind it. Okay, so that's a secret. So that's all the secrets. But now have I killed everything that's not in the exit room? It's over here. All that's over here is this room, which is like pretty much useless. It's just a death trap, basically. A very damaging floor. And that's all it's really for. So yeah, I think that's everything. I hope the rest of the enemies, there's, what's that, 14, 25 enemies left. I hope they're all in this damn trap that I remember at the end of the level here. So this is the exit, obviously, and then there's this trap. And yeah, bear with me here, man, because, like I said, this level is like one of my worst levels, and I'm just a mess trying to get this sorted. Okay, yeah, I thought the BFG was in here, so... See that at the top of that wall? See that red? That's because that's a sound corridor. When you walk in here, there's sound corridors, so that when you shoot this imp, there's a bunch of monsters in rooms connected to this room by that sound corridor. So when you shoot, it alerts them, and they all start teleporting in. That's how some of the traps work in Doom. I want to say there's a Baron mixed in with these guys. I hope there's enough of them to account for my last few enemies. There's more. There he is. Sounds like there's no more. Did we get everybody? Damn it! There's one imp left. You could hear him. There he is. Alright. Cool. So after, I think this is my 5th attempt. I didn't die on any of them. It was just finding everything was what I always fail at in this level. I know where everything is, but I can never remember, like, everything in one go. And then when I go to make my next attempt, I forget something that I got in the last attempt, and it's, man, it's just annoying. Thank God I'm out of there.